Yo, Mike, tell them where we at right now.
Wagwan, bro. What it do? We in London town, man.
Finally in London, man.
Yeah.
Wow, and it's the weather's been great. Yesterday was
Oh, it's
pretty
been
sunny.
perfect.
It's been pretty perfect. It's been sunny.
Yeah.
Mike's already been out, exploring in the streets and stuff. When Mike.
I ain't been out. This is his time. He taking me out. This is the first place I didn't even set up an itinerary. I
That's
said,
true.
you got it.
That's true. Mike.
You got it.
Mike was looking the best. Let's roll it back. In our IG, I was saying, why was Mike looking up the best pizza in London, the best croissant? I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm just here for the food, man. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah. So just to give everybody a little bit of a rundown. So over the next, I guess, including this episode, next two episodes are going to be our special London series, like what we did for last season where we were in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So this season we're going to take it up a little bit, notch it up a little bit with the traveling. We're going to be a couple different places around the world.
Yeah.
Glad to say for season 3, and looking forward to it, Mike, man.
Yeah. But we gotta let our audience know, our fans know, there's a reason why we're taking this global now.
Oh, that's
So,
right, that's right.
I think you have a big announcement to
I
make.
do. So for those of you who don't know, for the majority of people, I think we've been doing pretty good at keeping it under the wraps. I've moved back to New York City, back hometown. It's bittersweet because I always said if I was gonna leave any place where I was an expat to head back home, it was going to be for an opportunity that met XYZ criteria. And this opportunity in terms of my career met A, B, C, and XYZ. So
Yeah.
it was just too good of an offer for me to pass up. And I remember just mulling it over for weeks on weeks and end, and just thinking about the podcast, thinking about me and Mike's relationship, how we're gonna get this done, just in terms of like my career as well, which is very important to me, right? Even though we're building this platform,
Yeah.
I'm still building my career on the side, right? And look, I think what Brandon said, if it reaches a point where the podcast ever conflicts with my career, I'll bow very gracefully.
Yeah.
But I take my career very seriously. This is, again, at the end of the day, this is just our side hustle, our side project, our
Yeah.
side passion project. This is something that we dedicate a lot of time to. But, I did think about it. I spoke about it with you, and, Mike, to your credit, you were very happy for me. He was
Yeah, of course.
extremely happy. The last thing I think he mentioned was the podcast. He was like, and we kind of looked at each other like, we're still gonna make this work.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
it was never a doubt whether it was gonna continue or not. I think for other people who thought about it, they were like, how are you guys gonna keep doing the
Yeah,
podcast?
exactly.
And I want to, again, I think we've mentioned this like between season 1, season 2. This is not a podcast that's predicated on living in Dubai.
It's
right?
not.
It's not. That just happens to be where we lived.
Yeah. And it's actually about making pivots, making adjustments when things get tough and all that, and not giving in. And it's like, man, this is a great opportunity for you in your career. So, I'm nothing but proud for you. So,
appreciate that, man.
and I know if you go back to, well, one, you love New York. Let's be real.
Man,
This
I love
guy
the
is a
rats,
New Yorker.
Pizza. I love the smell. I don't know if I like all of New York, but I remember coming back the first day going to work, and I was looking up, man. I was like, wow, like all the big buildings, the energy in the city.
Yep.
There's really nothing like it. Like I liked my time in London. I liked my time in the UAE, but there's really nothing like that New York City energy.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, rush hour on the MTA is garbage. That has not changed, and I'm just like, whatever, man. But
No.
but how you been? How you do? How you been adjusting since me not being there? It's only been at the time.
Man,
of the
bored
show
as
2
hell.
months.
Bored as hell, man. It seemed like a lot of people I know are leaving, especially around this time, the summertime. People leave the UAE. So, man, I just been chilling, focused, trying to get in the gym.
You've been on your gym stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just been on the gym because it's nothing else to do. As far as like, it's so hot out there.
Yeah.
I went out in the UAE. What is it? Last week, and literally the humidity. I saw the droplets on my skin. It was crazy. So
It might be sweating sitting down.
yeah, exactly. So this is a time where I'm doing anything to bounce and be out, and I love it now because it's like now we're put into the test even more. This season 3, it's gonna test how we can coordinate. You just got a job, and this is a testament to your sacrifice. Like, you just started 2-3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and all that, and this guy is coming in and out, literally doing a turnaround flight Friday to Sunday. Yeah. So man, shout out to you. That's dedication right there.
I appreciate that. And again, I think tying it back to the podcast and the messaging is that when the going gets tough, that's when it's really testing you.
Yeah.
Or do you really want to be on this road, right? Because everybody can be on the road towards anything that they want to achieve.
Yeah.
When things are sweet and easy, when it's convenient. But when you got to take a 6-hour flight across the pond, go into the office, stay up in the middle of the night to get ready for the show, and then have to turn that around in the morning, and then I have a flight literally tomorrow morning to come back to New York, that's dedication, right? And that's not I don't want to give everybody the rest of the roadmap for the rest of the season, but there's going to be some sacrifices on your end too when you're traveling, right? So
definitely.
This is I'm just doing it first. Yeah. But there'll be a time where it's going to be maybe a little easier on me, but that's just what it is, right? When you have a partner, a co-founder, or whatever it may be in your life, in whatever type of relationship, that's what it is. It's compromise and sacrifice.
Yeah.
So, giving everybody a front row seat, a courtside seat to what we want to achieve here with the Last Flight Out podcast, building the platform in front of everybody. It's just to say, just because things get a little tough, that's your opportunity that you're on your way to something great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then before, I guess we continue on with the episode, just real quick, now that you're out of the UAE, what did you hate about the UAE?
Oh, now I can talk. So the two things. We're going to talk about what I hated about the UAE, and then also like my transition back into New York. What's been going on, right? And
has it been tough? You just got there.
Which one do you want me to tackle first?
Let's talk about what did you not like about the UAE? What did you hate about the UAE?
And cap. It's cap. I'm sorry. I don't live there anymore, so I'm fearful for you. But like the thing is, like, it's cap, man. Like, honestly speaking, like, how many people we would meet, or at least I would be, their social media lives completely drastically different than who they are in person. That's number one, right? And again, when we were talking about it with Fadi, people are like, oh, it's hard to find good people here.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to find genuine people in the UAE. I think that was my experience of it, right? And I'm not saying that I didn't like the UAE as a country. The country is fine. It's the people. Like anything else, any other society, that is what I didn't like. Yeah. Everybody wanted something. Everybody needed something. Everybody's trying to be a social climber. Not everybody. Obviously, we met some very genuine, great people. Our guests being one of them that have been on this platform, and other people who we speak to on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
But by and large, what gets promoted on social media channels is that glitz and the glam. And when you pull back the curtain, it's rotten. You feel me? And that, for those of you who know me, I try to be as genuine as I can, as authentic as I can. So when I'm speaking across somebody, I have that same expectation, and you're not really getting that all the time. Yeah. And that really affected my ability, at least there, to connect with certain people there and to be in certain circles, because one, I wasn't really in party mode. I was focused on my career. I was stacking my bread and everything. Obviously, it paid dividends because I got the job that I wanted. My financial situation is straight. And we're doing the podcast pretty seamlessly at this point. But in terms of the social aspect, I might as well have been in the middle of some Central Asian country because I wasn't doing nothing, right? You feel me? Like, aside from traveling. And it's not that I didn't want to go out, but I can't go out with Mike every day, clearly, because he's in Abu Dhabi. I was in Dubai at the time. Yeah. And just finding those people were so far and few in between that I actually genuinely enjoyed to sit down with and be at a 3-hour dinner, you know what I mean? To talk to them all night long and to, like, just connect with them on a deeper level than what it is over drinks, get blitzed, and then wake up the next morning and be hungover and be out of commission for the next 2 to 3 days. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to do anymore.
Yeah. And I guess you didn't really, I guess the things that appealed to people as far as the lifestyle, the upgrade, you didn't really let that affect you because that's not what's important to you.
No, exactly.
So.
Right. Like for me, it wasn't, the UAE, I think for me was more of an opportunity for me to grasp a financial opportunity in terms of, and also getting separate experience in my career. So I made sure not to do a lifestyle creep. I was living pretty modestly. I didn't get any crazy cars. I didn't get any crazy jewelry. I could have done all that. That's fine. And I could have, that's prototypically what some people would do, right? Because they do get a substantial increase in their income when they go to the UAE because they're not paying taxes anymore. But I made sure not to fall into that because my time will come. There will be a time where I get
going crazy
in
that push.
Yeah, exactly. So that's in